Hello guys, this is Rhubar, and this is going to be a demonstration of a new map I'm working on called GMod Tardis Adventure. Basically, it's well, obviously, if you know, it's a Doctor Who map, and it's going to be an adventure map. So, Doctor Who is a sci-fi TV show, and in that show there is a spaceship called the TARDIS, which is a small police box. But it's not just a police box. Well, it is on the outside, but on the inside it's something else. Something crazy. Now, most of you probably know what it is, but for those who don't know, you're about to see. So basically, this is the outside right now. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm probably gonna build like a city or a small village or something to do here. Maybe I'll have a little town where you have to try and find the TARDIS key to unlock the doors, because this is supposed to be an adventure map, not just oh, here's the TARDIS, fly around, that's it. No, there's gonna be like tasks and stuff to do to make progress. So it'll be like a playable like story basically. But this is the TARDIS right here. It's not actually a model. I made this in Hammer with brushes, and then I converted it to a funk brush. And these are all custom textures that I made. I didn't make the textures, but I converted them to textures. There's a couple of little kind of mess ups here. I probably gotta remodel this, but for the meantime I'm just gonna use this model. I'll remake it later. But here's the police hole to open, police box. That's the 2005 Christopher Eccleston David Tennant sign, and this TARDIS is based off the 2005 to 2009 David Tennant to Christopher, other way around. You know what I mean. But yeah, this TARDIS is based off this. Now the interior is actually a custom interior, because I already tried to make the 2005 interior and it just was not going well. Because the 2005 interior has some quite some impossible angles that you can't really accomplish in the Source 1 Hammer editor, simply because this Hammer editor is strictly based on like low poly. You can't make round polys in this. They have to be kind of, you know, lined, if that makes sense. That's why you usually never see spheres or like arches or anything, because they're just not quite possible. However, Source 2 does, I'm pretty sure Source 2 does have that, so that'll be pretty cool to do when the new Gary's Mod sandbox, whatever it's called, comes out. Anyway, so stepping through the doors, as you can see, it is bigger on the inside. I think there we go. So this is the inside of the police box. See that? That's what I mean, it needs fixed, but I'll worry about that later. As you can see, the sign is reversed. That is a detail. That actually looks really nice. This is the inside of the police box, and then this is the interior. Now you walk up to the console, and there's a lever right here, and you push it, and the lights turn on. Now, as you can probably already immediately tell, this right here, that's not supposed to be, also that audio cuts out, but I'll fix that later. That's not supposed to be, that is a lighting glitch, I believe. I think I just need to rotate the map or something to fix that. I'll worry about that later on, but you can see it is rounded. The roof is rounded, but it's not like sphere like the 2005 console. I'll put a picture on the screen of the 2005 console for those who don't know what that looks like. But you can see I definitely borrowed some you know, assets from the 2005 console with these coral. You know, I never really figured out what these were called. I always just called them like coral, but I don't know. I'll just keep doing that. These coral like arches, like shapes. Everything here is made with hammer brush, by the way. So this is a hammer brush that was converted into a funk brush, so it's a model, and you can remove it. So, for example, if you're like making a movie and you need to get rid of one of these, you can just delete it, so that way you can, you know, film it. Because in the show, they actually have, I think this one here is like removable, so they can you know, get rid of that, so they can have camera shots and stuff, and then they can add it back. And here's the console. Now this is all made in hammer brush, and you can see right there there's some sort of texture error or something. Didn't render. As you can see, this is round. This is a sphere, but this is the only sphere in this map. Everything else is not a sphere. It's either square or it's like a cylinder. Like this here is all cylinders. And these are cylinder too. These are boxes that I shaped, and these are shaped with the clipping tool and all that, and then this back part is shaped as well. But this is actually a sphere. So it's the only sphere. And then these are shaped boxes. These are spheres. The inside of the console are cylinders. Oh no, these aren't spheres, cylinders, I meant. But yeah. So you can definitely tell that the time rotor in the console is the 2005. I'll put a picture up on the screen so you can see that. And you can shut the power off. It's not like it stays on. And then you can leave. You can see it's bigger on the inside. Now, you probably already noticed that it is just, you know, the cheap up against the wall trick. And that is true. But that may change in the near future, as I'm still trying to figure out how to work with world portals in the Hammer engine. So once I get that basically licked, you know, tapped, basically I'll convert it to the actual bigger on the inside effect, where it's not up against a wall anymore. So I definitely think that will look better. But for the meantime, it's just going to be this, just for a playable test, you know, playable beta testing. But yeah. And then here's this hat rack that I made. It's a prop. Made with hammer brush and then converted into a prop. The time rotor will be animated, so when you're going through flight, it will move. And basically the way you're going to be able to fly it is going to be basically accurate to the show. There will be tons of buttons and little levers and stuff all over the console that you have to flick in a certain way to go to a certain place. So you'll have to like move one of the spheres and flick a couple buttons and then do this and that and then dematerialize, and then you'll go to a certain place, and then if you do it in a different order, you'll go to another place, basically. And the controls will be labeled. There will be little text above the controls, but that will be enableable on the console. There'll be a button somewhere that will allow you to enable like tips that'll tell you what each control does. There'll be a little text above it, so that way you can learn the controls, and then later on you can turn that off, so that way you can full on fly the TARDIS, you know, just running around flipping buttons. And I don't know how many places I'll build in the map to go to, because it'll be quite complicated to have a bunch of different places, but I'll try and fit in as much as I can. I don't know, I don't exactly know what to add. Obviously, most of the maps will be based on the story, so it's not just going to be like a bunch of random stuff. It'll be strictly based on the story. But you can also, like, you don't have to do the story. The story is an optional thing. So if you just want to fly the TARDIS around, you can. Or if you want to do the story, you can too. It's best of both worlds. But yeah, so this is basically what I'm working on so far for the TARDIS adventure. And I think I need to make these doors toggleable so you can open and close them. But yeah, that's about it. I'll be making updates weekly, so every weekend. I know this is on a Monday or a Tuesday or whatever this goes up, but yeah, basically every Saturday or Sunday I'll make a video, basically with updates for the map. And yeah, so if you enjoyed it, leave a like, comment what you think. I do take in constructive criticism, so if you have something to say that you don't like or you would like to see added, go ahead and comment down below. Subscribe if you enjoy content like this. I make content like this all the time. Well, it's going to be all the time. But yeah, so see you in the next video.